In this question of statistics, we are told that the table shows the age distribution in years of a group of people. So we have that table here, age in years and the number of people, okay? So we are to use an assumed mean of 13 years to find the mean age of the people. So the very first thing we need to understand is how do we use the assumed mean to evaluate the mean of a set of given data like this. So we are going to be generating a particular table, but that mean for this type of question is given as the mean x is equal to the assumed mean plus the summation of the product of the frequency and the deviation over the summation of the frequency. So we are going to find the deviation interpolated on our table as is going to be shown now. Now, the age in years, so this is the column for the age. Here we are going to have the class mark, which I'm going to call x. Now, x is going to be the midpoint of that particular set of data that we are looking at. Like in the first case, when we have the age is 1 to 5, x will be the midpoint of this particular data set. And we can get it by saying the lower limit, which is 1, plus the upper limit, which is 5, divided by 2. So that is going to give us 6 over 2, which is 3, okay? And we can do that for each of the entries of those age brackets. So it's just the midpoint, and this is also a means of finding the midpoint of that particular data set. So let's just keep that in mind as we go ahead trying to solve our question. So that's how we get the value of the class mark, okay? Then we can input the frequency, which is going to be the number of people in this particular question. Then we can find the deviation, which is defined as the difference between the class mark and the assumed mean. So it is the class mark that we got here in this column, this second column. We are going to subtract the assumed mean that we are given as 13 years from that mark to get the deviation, okay? Then we can also find the product of the frequency and the deviation. So this is what we need. And in populating this, we know we have 6 to 10, then 11 to 15, then 16 to 20, then 21 to 25, and finally we have 26 to 30. So for this particular case, I exemplified that the class mark, which is the midpoint, is going to be 3. For this, 6 plus 10 is 16, 16 over 2, that is 8. Here, 11 plus 15 is 26. 26 over 2 is 13. And in short, it's going to be a consistent incremental value of 5. Like 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 plus 5 is 18. 18 plus 5 is 23. Then 3 plus 5 is 28. You can also check by looking at the midpoint of this data set, and you will see that it is consistent with what we have got. Now, the number of people is the frequency. In the first case, we have 18, then 12, then 25. Just inputting these values directly here. Then we have 15, we have 20, and we have 10, okay? So we can sum all of this so that we can have 18 plus 12, that is 30, 30, okay, 25 and 15, that is 40, plus 30, that is 70, plus 20, that's 90, plus 10, that is 100. So summation F is 100 because we are going to make use of that. So to get our deviation, it is the class mark, this column, minus the assumed mean that we're giving us 13 years. So that's what we are going to be doing. Students, don't make the mistake of using frequency to subtract, okay? It is the class mark X. So 3 minus 13, that will be minus 10, okay? 8 minus 13, that will be minus 5. 13 minus 13 is 0. 18 minus 13 is 5. 23 minus 13 is 10. And 28 minus 13 is 15. You can also see that there is a consistency to this particular value. Now, we want to find the product of the frequency and the deviation in this column. 18 times minus 10 is minus 180. 12 times minus 5 is minus 60. 25 times 0 is 0. 15 times 5, that is 75. 20 times 10, that is 200. And 10 times 15, that is 150. So we can also find the summation FD. Here, summation FD. And let's just make use of our calculator. We say we have minus 180 minus 60 plus 0 plus 75 plus 200 plus 150. What's that? That is 185. So this is 185, and meaning that if we cannot bring this particular set of values that we have into our equation, the mean will be the assumed mean, which is 13, plus the summation of FD, that is 185, over summation F, that is 100. So this is going to give us 13 plus 185 over 100 is 1.85. So the mean for this particular set of data is 13 plus 1.85, which is 14.85 years. So that is going to be the way that you evaluate the mean of a set of values given the assumed mean as given in this particular question. All right. So these are the kind of videos that we constantly upload on DaveTutor Academy, so that they can help you to build your proficiency in your STEM subjects and be the best that God had created it to be. If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, it is free of charge and it's not going to cost you anything, but you will have information and access to all of our videos once we upload them. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click on the like button, click on the notification bell so that you will have notifications of our videos once we upload them. And until next time, God bless you.